know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Here's Yabusele, and right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Prime shot is off.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Clutch passes to Wagner. Here's Clutch. There's the three. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff experience is big for him going forward.
Here's Clutch. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. The shot. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's McCain. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Orlando.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. They've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And Clutch gets it to go.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Yabusele to the inside. Got a hand on it. And Caro outside to the paint. Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, B.A. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
The three, George fires in the triple.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble. Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Yabusele. Tipped. Wagner outside. Inside. Clutch. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The assist goes to...
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's George. Last game we saw him with 32 points. And they call an illegal screen here. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Sacramento, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for the Magic, they're playing fantastic basketball right now. I know it's early in the year, but surprisingly, they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Here's McCain. Off target at the rim.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And he drives in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, we have the small ball there. Clark, but now size is a premium. Orlando leading by 14. So for Orlando right now, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then it's Goga Batase, then it's Suggs, and it's Clutch in at the ones. George, no good. Orlando has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Here's Clutch. Buries it from 3. Clutch has got 27 points.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.